Got it. I'm checking out the display. All right, cool. Well, that worked. Nice. Now live on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, here on Zoom, and that's a good start. You guys let me know if it ever gets kind of glitchy, because I'm curious of the internet connection required. Morning, Tony. How are you? All right. All right. So on Friday, we had an S11 that's in Market Smith. Investors Business Daily. S11 is a market top, is a rally top of whatever kind, and that's the first one we've had since December. No, rather there was one in March also that sort of flattened us out for a little while. So these kinds of situations with the S11 when they come up, market top, it's like a swing high reversal, but it's just a little bit stronger because the volume could be so climactic. And so today, maybe we'll rally at the open a little bit, and that'll be an opportunity to sell and get out of every fucking thing you're in, because we're probably going to be consolidating for a while, and you need to capture all your gains, not give them back. So be on your toes if you've got any holdings. Well, obviously, if we're in runners, that's different. But I'm talking about, full-size positions or larger positions, you need to be trimming. And anything that does in our runners go under a sell rule, like a 10 moving average or a 20 moving average or a 50, depending on what it's following, yeah, you can sell that runner. All right. Not a lot of day trading opportunities this morning. Everything's under VWAP. Failing testing, retesting, and under VWAP. So there's pretty much nothing trading front. What is the VIX at? The VIX is at 14.3. That's insane. Crazy. Chart. Because that is a 14.25. We've been as low as 13.5 in the last 2 weeks. 3 or 4 times 13.5. Really great spot to be performing swing trading. Buddy. So yeah, market top, strong sell day, super strong on Friday. You're lucky it wasn't a big, huge panic, just massive red day. Hopefully you got out some on Friday, but today you need to be looking to get out on strength. Let's get back in. But you should be looking to defend your money, defend capital, defend your gains. Right. Let's see. We've got 23 minutes until the market opens. We've got plenty of time to talk about everything and to make sure we're on top of every opportunity here. Recent gap up. Let's see. Let me know if I've missed anything, because there often is one or two tickers that are perfectly qualifying that just don't come up for whatever reason. Then some. Okay, Mullen is coming up because that's gap up. ONCR on chorus. Yep, that one is correct. Interesting. Popped up. Now it's flagging. Huge volume. It goes on our list. That was my kids. The wife's at the gym and the kids were waking up, so I just told them to go play PS. Yes, I got them a PS5. I couldn't help it. I'm a good dad. What can I do? Play that thing too. Not that I'm a gamer. I'm not a gamer, but come on, it's fun. Fun to play a little something sometimes. I got the I don't know if any of you guys have PS5s, but I got the premium subscription thing. So Hog Wild, playing all the free game, all the included games on that. Well, beta waiting got turned off. How the fuck did beta waiting get turned off? I just put it on. Check the application settings. Turn on fast beta waiting. Fast. There we go. If you ever are using the beta waiting, to hedge your portfolio and all that, you want to make sure you do go to calculations here and in the application setup in Thinkorswim and change your beta calculation method for your beta waiting to fast from standard. The reason is, I don't know if it'll explain it here. Yeah, perfect. Standard uses 5 years of pricing data to generate beta. Fast uses only 1 year. So the 5-year method, standard, would be good for investors trying to do long-term, potentially hedging and long-term weighting of their portfolio. Fast is better for swing traders because it'll reflect more the current 1 year of how that particular asset has been correlating to market movement. That's what beta weighting shows you. Anyway, it's set up properly. So A lot of weird hidden features in Thinkorswim that you will find over time, over 25 years like me. I still find a feature here and there every now and then. I'm like, you could do that? Really? Wow. And it doesn't look like a newly added feature. You can tell because it's like ridiculous or out. And I'm like, well, you can't use everything in here. But also, it's been 25 years, so maybe I did discover it before. In 25 years, you don't even remember who the fuck you are. You'll realize that as you get older. Carl knows what I'm talking about. Dennis knows what I'm talking about. When you get older, you realize you've already lived like two lives because things have changed so much. Like my childhood, I was like a different person, and it was a different era. It was like World War II. It was like fucking before the internet. It was like you went outside and you played with friends and shit. It was an amazing time. Human beings were around and you could see them. It was really interesting. And then that shit changed. And then I went from 20 to 40. That was a whole nother lifetime. I did all that, a whole thing there. Life, did fucking making money, to educate, finish your education, make money, doing what you got educated. And then 40 comes, that's, you've done 20 years of that. And then, you're divorced and everything's changed and everything just, you trust me, like if you're the same fucking person after 40 years, you're boring as motherfuck. So, there's no way you can keep on top of the ball on the market if you're not a chameleon and constantly upgrading and improving and optimizing and working on yourself. And then give it 20-year span, you're a different person. You're a totally different person. You'll see. Anyway, what was that question? Let's see. On the beta option, was that fixed volatility or no? It was nothing like that. Fast. I don't know, you might be on something else. Fast. It's called fast or standard, and we changed it to fast. DMT, what is that? It's a hell of a drug. Dimethyltryptamine. That's the one that like happens when you eat turkey or whatever, and it makes you really sleepy? No, maybe not. Substituted tryptamine. It's related, I guess, that occurs in many plants and animals. It happens when you dream. That's cool. Just for ritual purposes as an entheogen. Right on. Now that I looked that up, I'm fucked. I'm going to be advertised like hell over all that. I shouldn't have done that. That's all right. I'm about to know everything there is from Joe Rogan and fucking all these people about DMT over the next month. I'm going to be bombarded. But thank you very much, Theo. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that so much. Son of a. All right. Well, we've got 13 minutes. No problem, buddy. We got 13 minutes till the market opens. And if you've got an opportunity, or a ticker, that is an opportunity that I haven't looked at, let me know. TO. Oh, let me go back to that works. Interesting. TO, I think that is already on our list. No, it's not. This went through an institutional run up from like $1 to $6, 600%, and then it just fully sold off. So too much of a sell off, man. Not good. RCRT. Okay. Carvana. Carvana looks good. The one thing that I would note on Carvana, can you guys see everything I'm looking at? Hopefully, this is kind of a new, this is the old setup. I don't know if you guys remember. I had my stuff delivered on over the weekend. It came over from the boat finally, so that I've just rudimentarily or initially set everything up here. So hopefully you can see this Carvana over here. And of note is we have this sort of, okay, look at the size of the candles before things got crazy again, right? They were that size. And then they became this size. This whole region, even all the way through here, base on base. Then you had this gap up, an extraordinary day with just massive purchasing, likely institutional. This whole area now is just an institutional position. And they're going to work that position now. So, through analyst upgrades, through working with the company. I mean, this is a multi-million dollar, if not billion-dollar, industry. It's called the finance industry. It's called making money. Money. It's kind of funny, but yeah, the industry of money is quite financial and lucrative. So anyway, big money's in now. This whole region here, average price like 22. And so we want to stay in it as well. But what I'm trying to show you is that look at the increased volatility of the candle sizes now. They keep expanding in volatility and in size. It's spiraling out of control. So, this thing could just gap up and do a exhaustion, what do I want to say? A climactic run. It could do a climactic run next. That's about all that's left in it. I mean, it should have crapped out already, but it hasn't. So it still has a climactic run in it. So Carvana, do not discount. That could go to 45, 50 quickly and easily. Beyond the ball on Carvana. I can't believe it's not. I don't think it is. It should be on our list to look at every day. And I should have an alert on that. I drew a line on that other stock and I didn't add an alert on it. That's pretty fun. All right. We've got 9 minutes until the open. We're basically going to be trimming positions, playing defense, and just watching for any interesting opportunities that may come up. Should have extended hours in it. Now, sort by extended hours, and we can see that AAOI, remember that one, is up even more. I mean, this is just it's in trade. There's not an entry. It's congratulations to anyone who's in AAOI trade, and it's up more this morning, 10%, another 10%. It closed on Friday at 485. It's at 532. It just keeps going. OGX, we've been watching. This is on our hot list. Yeah, I'll look at SoFi in a sec. I think we already started to take out a SoFi. Am I still in it? Yeah, I'm still in it on the moving average. But yeah, I think it's you should be glad you've taken a lot of profits. OGX had this huge jump up on massive volume, like a 300% day, and then since then it's just sort of been drifting up, which is a great sign of strength. I'd like to see any kind of high volume day. What kind of volume is it put on? Nothing. Five shares. I don't know what the fuck that's about. But trading higher. That sometimes can be inaccurate, that information. Okay, let's see. Carl, did you send that to me? You don't have to send a direct message to me. You can just send it to everyone. Maybe you did. SoFi. Did I just close a scan? Wasn't there a scan right here? I swear to God, there was a scan on this. Okay, so what about SoFi's? SoFi's down below the 10 moving average now. That's roughly where I'd sell it. So what's the volume? 189 thou. Average volume 100 mil. So it's nothing yet. 2 downgrades last week were suspicious. One analyst reports that the 2 downgrades last week were suspicious. Whatever. When we get a signal on it to get back in, we'll get back in. Blob. Yeah, this one's looking good. Nice if it could indle off in volume some. But sometimes you don't get that opportunity. LNZA this morning up after being up on Friday. Friday would have been the day to get on that one. PIII up a tiny bit this morning. It's been consolidating in this sort of $4 area. Got Tropical Storm Bert coming, by the way. The weather here can be because you can be in the arm of the weather pattern, so it's like it can be nice and sunny, which it is right now, and then the clouds come in, they come overhead, and big dark clouds, and you get lightning and thunder and wind and rain, and power can go out. Next hour, if I disappear, water. Let's see. Okay, Owl T, ICAD, Vera, ICAD. What, about 4 minutes until the open? Vera, see, this is nice. It keeps expanding in volatility, and recently had just a historic level of volume. Yeah, it did not have a day like that. It would have been very nice if we had noticed that on, looks like Tuesday last week. That would have been the day to get in around $10, or maybe even the end of the day at 10.80. It's already hitting like 15. So that's almost a 50% gain, Not sure how we missed it. Scans exclude certain things, and that's why I don't like to make our scans too rigorous, too constrained. But anyway, I'll put this on the list. We'll have to wait for some consolidation now. Vera and then ICAD. Yeah, I see. Stay on ICAD. It's popped up. The volume 61,000. Average volume is 158,000. So it's about a third volumes. Not quite enough, Used to be just a historic day. Looking for that day Netflix is like, gapped up 80 points, stuff like that. All right, market's going to be opening in about, 3 minutes, I think. Screen there. Oh, I think, remember, there's a clock down here somewhere. There it is. Cool. There's another. I can fit it easily. Yeah, 3 minutes starting now. And I'm basically going to be defending my positions, looking at anything that's not doing very well, not holding up well today. Excuse me while I that over the opening minutes. Chat. My largest pullback on my positions is BTDR, so I want to keep. Yeah, that's a runner, so I've already taken 50% out of that. Carl, if you wanted me to comment any more on SoFi, let me know. Okay, so the market is dropping heavily right before they open. Behavior, because that should attract buyers. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. If today's going to be a sell-off day, to do something to bring in buyers, but it could also trigger just sell-off. Because for the most part, everyone's in. It's been this bull run, and it's just been building and building and building. Everyone's capital's in the market, so you need to get out before everyone else. Save the money. Hedging as well. With different strengths. Okay, 45 seconds. Did I give a prediction for the day? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I mean it was a market top, climactic top on Friday. I got out of a lot on Friday, but not enough. I'm still a little leveraged, and I'd like to take more off the table. Shin is Apple. Gem. Pretty much all I have to worry about substantially is Apple and PHM. I'm going to keep that. Stop alerting so I can type. Hey, the market's being bought up right after the open. Doesn't mean anything yet. Hunter Biden to plead guilty to charges? Really? Wow. I knew he was a pussy, but fuck, that's brilliant. Oh shit, I forgot I'm live. Across all channels, I gotta be careful what I say. Anyway, Carl says that Hunter Biden is to plead guilty to charges. I didn't say that. To the gun and tax charges. Oh, okay. Wow, and Apple's actually zooming. What the hell? And so is PHM, the other one I needed to worry about. My two largest positions are doing fine. INSW to this window to take a look at this. All right off the open. 2 minutes into the open here, let's take a look at what's way up and way down. That Vera, we know about that. Tulsa or Tiziana Life Sciences, no, not much going on there. Aoli or whatever this is, AAOI, AOS, OGX, nay. No, there's nothing going on there. RMI. Sort by volume. right, FIFI, this was the one that dropped a bit huge the other day, is actually running at the open. And where is Apple? I saw that. Yeah, Apple's holding, I believe. PHM is going up. So, well, like I said, selling to strength though. Might get up to Friday's close, which is the bottom of Friday. We're still filling that gap, and then turn red all day. Last chance. You've got, until maybe 10 a.m. reversal. Yeah, not laptop. That would be on. Shopify doing something? Let's see. I think I'm already in that in some of my screener here. Spry still on our list? I don't know. Check right after this. Spry. I don't believe it is. And on the daily chart, I don't know why we would have it on there. Well, I see, maybe 3 had that spike. That's fully faded. It's that spike. No good there on Spry. So we filled the gap, accomplished that. So and then market and all these tickers are going to be free to do whatever's next. Greatest thing. Build the gap. Because that could be the top. This is the one I forgot to put an alert on. But wow, projected even higher. It's possible that works could be something that works out today. Keep an eye on it. Don't let it get away from you. Perhaps use the 5-minute opening range or even the 30-minute opening range to make a decision before the end of the day. Otherwise, at the end of the day, that would be the best time to make your. It's not flying right now, so. That time. Candle on Carvana in the scheme of things. Not really gonna $25 of risk. I'd take a smallest position possible. Let's see. Shares. All right, I'll grab some Carvana, small position. Seven is what it should actually be technically. That's like a quarter size position. really don't feel good about getting into anything. I'm trying to cut. PHM, if I can find an excuse to cut, I will. Oh, Randy, you said Carvana also? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the excuse to cut here would be that we're tapping highs, double tapping highs, but watching it carefully, PHM, I'd like to potentially take it off and just a little bit and then just let it run. Shares, what I'll do is I'll just take off 75. Goal position will be 80. At the ask, great. I'm happy about that. Now I move that PHM oversized. Still got a little bit I can. There we go. That's what I'm looking to do. Size down, trim. Take any of my big positions and take some profits. The other big position I have is Apple, and well, it's doing all right today so far. And that's a runner at that. But that is probably my largest position. So I've been cutting nicely. Oh, you know what? The people on YouTube and Twitch maybe have been trying to chat, and I don't have that chat thing up. Let me pull that up. Stream chat. Are you guys on Twitch and YouTube and Twitter? I can see your chat now if you type anything. Pulse, that doesn't look good. That's a core. That's not even a runner yet. I'm just going to take my profits on Pulse, I believe. A waste of money. Buy Pulse. The market's still going. It's above Friday's low and getting close to Friday's close, which is slightly higher. Swings. I mean, you're getting opportunity just handed to you on a silver platter this morning. After an S11 climactic market top on Friday, this is exactly what I was hoping for. You're getting silver platter treatment. Get the fuck out of your positions at these levels. You're getting a gift. Money off the table, de-risk a lot. Get down to where it's a nothing. Just sparring. All right, next thing I gotta look at SDA, but I also want to take a look at BT. All those day trade momentum opportunities this morning, like I said, nothing. They were all below VWAP. They were all trying to retest and failed. They're all breaking down. They were all fading. This is what happens when the VIX is really low. The day trade momentum opportunities just disappear. So let me check out SDA. Oh yeah, I'll keep that on. That's looking all right. How is that such a small position? I don't know, but Apple is all the way midway through Friday's candle. Market hasn't even reached Friday's close. And it's projected to have half the volume that it had on Friday. So there's just no way in hell it becomes a positive day. Like even if it's green all day, it'll still complete a 3-day swing high reversal on climactic multi-month selling volume from Friday, and Market Smith recognizes that as an S11 top. Oh, there it is up here. Yeah. As the Market Smith S11 top right up there. And these are swing reversals, these little triangles. They do show up after the fact. You can predict them better than even the triangle. CXAI, why am I even looking at that? Yeah, it is spiking. Wow, PHM, just keep going. So then did it break to new highs? Let's see. PHM. Yep. Yep, new all-time highs on PHM Home Builders Pulte Group. PHM, that's a swing trade we're in. I just took half my profits to be defensive, and now I'm just going to let it run. It's like the 10 would be the best. See, prior price action, the 10 captured the whole move. So if it can't hold the 10, you see something's up. You want to get out. It's as simple as that. It's not like, some maverick, method, ingenious thing that you're going to at the very top. So yes, there are some times where we'll recognize that a climactic top is happening. It's having an extraordinary, explosive, parabolic, short squeezed day or something. And even then, you probably want to hold until the next morning, 10 a.m. reversal, because then do an island top gap up, island top reversal, and end the whole thing. And then you can get a top instead of waiting for it to come back down and cut through the 10 moving average. But that's rare. Most of the time, you're going to be just holding along the 10 moving average or the 5 or whichever one seems to fit it. Helpful? Good information. See, now look at this. Apple, you would stay in along the 20 moving average, not the 10. The 20. It's been running along the 20. You'd still be in it if you had any kind of position on the 10. Square. Several little consolidation areas that worked out. That you could have, A, held a swing position through, but more importantly, B, added on top of. These very long 2-week plus consolidations in trend, perfect spots to add on. Do you see where I'm talking about? Right here. All right, well, the market is treating us really well so far. Make sure you sell into this strength states. But we have our runners. If you're already in a runner, it's a runner. Just let it do its thing. And or you could get a hedge up here, but you'd be guessing you'd be catching a falling knife. So, but if you have any core swings or risks, massive risks, large positions, got to be taking them off. We had a very nice run there. It's time. Signals in. It's gonna be rough day. Everything's gonna reverse at some point here. Maybe not today, but tomorrow. It would be insane, but possible in a crazy bull market. It'd be insane if tomorrow, like today, we got halfway up this red candle, and then tomorrow it broke the top of that and put in a huge green day like this one. Out of the realm of reason, you guys. Bull markets, beginning of bull markets are incredible. Lots of surprises. But I'm really hoping for like a little pullback. Well, that's a parallel channel that I did. Okay. Did that. Channel. Yeah, I'm hoping for something like this. Week. That consolidation. Even longer and maybe even deeper. Now that would be the deepest one we've ever had. So that would very horizontal. Like if we that put us to the end of August. So July and August pullback months. That would be nice. You want that. And just like take your money off the table in the meantime. Get it all ready. Save money, pile it up, get into pole position, and then find some inner pivot cheats. Now, what was that called? I remembered the guy's name, Gil Morales. Disciples was called a something pivot. Pocket pivot. Actually, I just remembered it. It's called a pocket pivot. Where is it? Here it is. Pocket pivots. So I don't know if you guys remember in class. I was trying to remember that, but yeah, the disciples they figured out and enhanced Bill O'Neill's stuff, Bill O'Neill's techniques, which was just to grab the breakouts of the cup and handles and the bases, and they got sort of a cheat entry inside called a pocket pivot, and it was just an inner pivot break, like a shelf, but it was on high volume. However, I've noticed that there's many opportunities that you miss if you only do so on high volume. So it's almost like the pocket pivot, just the inner pivot, just the price action break itself, the price level break itself is worthwhile enough. Anyway, 2-month pullback would be great here. Wow. Gosh. Definitely put that list. See, how do these not come up on the scans, you know? Did massive volume day today. Is a pivot breakout. All prior pivot breakouts resulted in back, though. It's a little bit of on that. I'll put that on the list. Cressy. Oh, the hell. NSPR. Beautiful. See, now this one, perfect example of the modernized William O'Neill technique with the inner pivot breakout. Do you guys see it? Can you see that pattern there? So, you know, you have like a base up this way and down this way. But inside that base, you had some price action forming, like a W, and then here's a higher low. That's a good sign. Doesn't always have to be there. And then break right here. This would be the most ideal confirmed entry. You know, you could take more risk than that, but this would be the proper entry. And that day would have been this day. And see what I was talking about? It's not especially interesting in volume, but it's worthwhile price-wise, because there you are getting it at $1.90, and 2 days later it's at $2.40, and today it's at $2.55. Inner pivot shelf or inner pivot break, inner pivot shelf break, any of that kind of stuff, that's doesn't always work out, but it's worthwhile, you know, because inside these bases, nothing crazy typically happens. It's very consolidatory. So if you put your stop somewhere in there, you know, it's not going to do anything crazy. We're not going to have a panic breakdown. That does happen. 1 in, you know, maybe 100. You'll have some terrible day, you know, some terrible news happen. But for the most part, these kind of pullbacks and these U shapes that are inside of a consolidation area after a massive event, catalyst day, prior one like that, are tame and controlled, and you'll be able to just get out if it didn't work out, stay in if it did, and it shouldn't hurt too much. You should be able to control that trade. All right, well, it's nearly the top of the hour. Let me take a look at the market. Look at that. See, the market has reversed. Oh, this is delayed. I'm going to pull up the cues somewhere here. I can pull it up. Yeah, so I would call that level up there the 10 a.m. high, probably. That's the high, you know, is with significant and within 15 minutes of the high of the 10 a.m. Time. That's it. That was your opportunity to sell whatever you needed to sell. Market's going to reverse. It's going to turn red and put in a continuation sell-off day. Did the right thing. It's Carvana trade we got into doing. Yeah, it's barely doing anything. Watch that as well, because you might need to just cut that during a day like today. The market's going to start pulling back. It's going to start consolidating because of the S11. Are you guys able to pretty clearly see all the, my screen share? Or is it real pixely? I know on YouTube it's pixely, but I'm talking about here on Zoom. Some of those names, it's okay. Good. All right. So that's cool. So then streaming from the Bahamas works. Do you like my background? That's cool. That's literally, it's not live, but I filmed that from my patio. My backyard is a reef. It truly is. It's pretty damn cool. But I'll tell you what, the rocks to get out there and then maybe jump off and, get out there, the rocks leading up to it are volcanic. And I don't know, it must have been very bubbly because it created these like vacuous bubbly regions, but that have since broke off or however they formed. And so you get like, you have to imagine the rocks are everything but the bubbles. So you don't see bubbles. You get the stuff that's between the bubbles. And so if you can imagine that, it's sharp motherfucking volcanic rock. It's really sharp. So even if you were to go out there with, like water shoes, those ones, those neoprene shoes, you could just fall over. You could just trip because it's so uneven. It might protect your feet, but you can fall over and then you catch yourself and you just ripped up your fucking arm. It look like you're in a motorcycle accident. So in order to get to this reef behind me, we actually go out to the other side of the peninsula that I'm on, and you go down the ladder by a pool, one of the 4 pools, and then you can swim around to this area. That's about that. They go. And I got some fishing line, so next step is to get a harpoon thing. You're not allowed to use a trigger like a, I don't know, pneumatic. It can only be a slingshot harpoon at best. Or you just use your hand, the kind that doesn't even have a slingshot. Just it's long and sharp, and those are about $50. I went to the marine store. You can get a brand new, high quality one. And then what you would catch are these pretty big hogfish. Is the best one you can catch. Pretty big, like a hogfish. And there's also lobster down there. We haven't caught anything yet, but we're getting close. Anyway, watch your positions, guys. Hold your gains. Yeah, snapper. Yeah, there's lots of snappers out there, different kinds, including them. So watch your capital, guys. Watch your positions today. And at the end of the day, pay attention. Find those stocks. Go through your stocks. See if anything's closing strong. And on a breakout, I know RJ can do that, but, you guys stretch yourselves. Push yourself to the limit. Don't just wait for my alerts. If you've got a hot list and you've created it and it's on stocks that are up 20 or 30% or more in the last month or 2 months or 3 months or 5 months or 6 months or year to date, that's your list. Look at it. If it's making a pattern and it's closing strong and it's on high volume and it's kind of catalysty, take some risk. But look at the market and say to yourself, should I be taking a lot of risk, little risk, or a very tiny amount of risk, or not risking at all? And move that slider like we talked about in class on Thursday night. Slide your risk size according to the way the market is set up. A lot of you don't realize, and hopefully you do now from the class, but I've said it, probably 20 times in classes, but some of you hadn't heard it for a while because now we're in this bull market. Stocks don't move if the market's pulling back. They just hang out. They consolidate. So you might not understand that there's a full-on dependency on the market and kind of a codependency. Remember, we talked about that because the leader's going to move no matter what. The leader's going to move, and then the index comprised of the leader moves, but it lags a little bit by a day. And the leader's moving, and then the market starts moving, and then everything starts catching up, and then the laggards start taking off, and now the market's moving, and then the leader's flying, and all that. But if the market's done and the market pulls back, everything stops, and the leaders probably stopped the day before, like Friday in this case, because the market kind of lags one day behind leaders. And now the market's going to go into consolidation, so therefore the leaders are going to be pulling back, and it's over, So, but pay attention to the market. Anything can happen. Who knows? Jay Powell is going to be speaking this week on Wednesday and Thursday. So I think consolidation is totally in the books right now until all that information is out. All right, so hopefully that gets you on the right page this morning. Defending your money and keeping an eye on opportunities. Let us know any opportunities in the trading chat. Everybody go into the trading chat now. All right, have a good one. Catch you in the trading chat. Everybody out there on different platforms, make sure you click the link there